Welcome, everyone. I'm Professor David Loertscher from the School of Information at San Jose State University, and I am just so pleased to introduce you to Tamara Cox today, and I think you're going to really enjoy her message. And Tamara, introduce yourself, your school, and your students, and your community to our audience.
Okay, my name is Tamara Cox. I'm a high school librarian in upstate South Carolina. You can tell by my accent. and this is my 19th year teaching and 11th year teaching from the library. And I've been lucky enough to teach in the same district where I attended school and grew up. So that's been a great experience. And at my high school, we have about 1,200 students. We serve 9th through 12th grade. And our community is rural, suburban. We have a lot of neighborhoods that people live here but work in a couple of larger cities nearby. So our community really centers around the school and the school events. And my son goes to school where I teach, and my little one will be here, eventually. And so it's a nice family atmosphere, very close knit community, and it's a great place for me to raise our kids. And yeah, it's been a good experience here.
Super. And so, one of the themes that have run through a number of the interviews for the ALiVE Library Project has been the library being a very welcoming and safe place in the school, kind of a no man's land, or tell me about your efforts of in that direction.
So when I first started at this school, one of the first things that I did was take the security gates away from our doors because we had the magnetic, gates that for books, and I just thought it felt so. I don't know, not welcoming at all. So I got rid of those. We added some comfy furniture. We have little activities out for students like puzzles and the little stick together things for the stickers. We have artwork on display. We have student projects on display. Um, I we have a food cupboard that we run out of the library for kids that need it. We also have a clothes closet when kids have those needs, and I try to keep basic school supplies for kids that need it, as well as band-aids and socks and a lint roller and safety pins and just all the kind of little things that kids may need throughout the day. And so I want them to know that the library is like a place where they go when they have a question or a problem. And then I just try to help them, as much as I can, obviously with their reading and book and information needs, but those other day-to-day needs that kids may come across throughout their time at school. I didn't really have like very nice librarians when I was a kid. So I try to make sure that I am welcoming, speak to the kids, hey, how are you? What do you need today? Just start off those interactions in a nice way. I don't want to be one of those that's like, where's your pass? Why are you in the library? So I want them to feel welcome in that way too. So it's just a lot of little things that I try to do to make it a place that the kids want to be.
Well, thank you. And I understand you also kind of really try to fish for new kids to join you through the reading program. What you doing there?
Yeah. So, of course, all librarians, we love to read. So I love to connect our students with books too. And I've been very lucky that our English department collaborates well with me. All of the teachers do choice reading of some sort in their courses. And so, whether it's lit circles or book of the month, or some of them call it book club, different titles, but incorporating that choice reading in is so important to keep them enjoying a reading as they're growing up. through, from ninth grade and up. I have a student book club and a teacher book club.
Oh,
So our student book club, we meet about once a month, and typically we read books from the South Carolina Association of School Librarian book award list for young adults. And we do virtual and in-person author visits. We are fortunate to be close to Charleston, South Carolina, where they have a big author festival called Y'all Fest. And we hop on a bus super early in the morning and go meet authors there. And we do little crafts and parties and reading celebrations. So just try to make the reading fun and keep our high school kids are very, very busy with difficult courses and jobs and clubs. And so I just want them to have that good experience with reading throughout their time here. And then for our teacher book club, because it's important for our grown-ups to keep reading too, they earn renewal credit hours if they participate. And sometimes we read young adult books, sometimes adult books, and we just meet and discuss those. There's our bell. And it's just not only a way to promote reading, but also a way for me to connect with a wide variety of teachers throughout the building. And sometimes those connections turn into collaborations with lessons. So it's a great way for me to build relationships with the faculty.
yay. And so talk about your push into the curriculum of the, across the school with teachers and students.
Yeah. So, I mean, one of the obvious things beyond reading is I assist a lot with research, which is huge in the high school grades. That's my most popular lesson, is teaching how to use databases and find reliable sources and cite sources and assist with that. So not only in English, but in biology and human geography, history courses that do research projects. But the fun thing about high school is we have such a wide variety of courses that sometimes I get to do really unique things like work with our foods teacher to analyze food commercials, or work with PE to look up famous athletes, or things like that. So it's really that's what's great about being a librarian, is I get to teach a little bit of everything, and we have amazing teachers in the building that every time I collaborate with them, I learn things from them as well. So it's an honor really to get to work with them and do all kinds of different lessons and find resources and curate things for them and try new tech tools and all of that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun.
What's the tech environment like for both the kids and in the school as well as at home and that sort of stuff?
So we are a one-to-one Chromebook school. So we use a lot of Google tools just kind of for basic things. And now, of course, a lot of other librarians are also dealing with this, is just the AI tools, the good and the bad, and trying to show them good ways to use it and nice, not not to rely on those, but you can use them as a tool, not only for the students, but the teachers too. At this time of year, students are applying for college and scholarships, and so we get asked to write a lot of letters of recommendation. So I've been really happy with a tool called Magic School that has helped me write lots of letters of recommendation, because sometimes they get very repetitive, and so that has helped me make them a little more unique for each student.
Oh, great.
But I have a lot to learn. I have a lot to learn about AI for sure.
But I understand you have another expertise, and that's giving advice to administrators, school boards, legislators. Tell us about adventures in that whole world.
My talent might be sharing advice, but I'm not sure if they always take my advice. But I was honored to serve as the president of our state Library Association, SCASL, which is South Carolina Association of School Librarians. And this was my second year serving as president. And so I'm happy to pass the torch on, but it's been, obviously, with all of the book challenges nationally, and that's also happened in our state, a lot of attention has been on libraries. And so it's really important for us to make sure that our decision makers understand how libraries work and our policies. And it may have been years since they've been in a library, and what they remember might be from when they were a child, decades ago. So it's really important for us to make connections with them. I invite our legislators to come and talk to our government classes, and I always host that in the library so that they get a chance to come into the library and see, some of the things that we offer that maybe they didn't see when they were a student. We also have an annual Hill Day, and the librarians travel to our state capitol and try to connect with our legislators and share our perspectives and our concerns and our worries. And that's been a really powerful day for us. We've spoken at state board meetings and had lots of individual meetings with legislators, just so that they hear our perspective on some of the things that are being discussed right now with our laws and policies.
Well, that's absolutely super. So, what keeps you going as a professional? What's your bottom line about why are you still being a school librarian?
Bottom line is always the students. Every day is different, and I love meeting the kids and just being a little part of their life for the years that they're at school here. And another special thing about being a librarian is that you get to serve those kids multiple years as they're growing up through the grades at your school. So you really, just love those kids, and you want to see them graduate and succeed and be happy. And so really it is always about them. And for me, a career has to have a purpose and a passion, and it's not just about making money. And so I'm fulfilled by serving those kids. A raise would be great, but that's not what motivates teachers. Like we love our students, and so that's always the bottom line for me. Like, what do they need? What's the best way that I can serve them? What decisions am I making in the library that will help them, even if it means more work for me? What is the better thing for kids?
Well, that's what makes you super, Tamara. You are wonderful.
Thank you.
And we sure appreciate it. And I'm sure your students come back to you after they graduate and say,
Yes.
hello,
Yeah, that's
hello.
really special. Yes.
Because they remember you and the kind of environment you do. And it's called opportunity and opportunity and opportunity that we push to every youngster that we can.
Yes.
So thank you so very much for your kind words and vision and what's to make the library the central part of their learning and experience and education. So we'll say
Thank
goodbye
you.
and
Thank
thank you,
you.
thank you, thank you.